Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Friendetta. This one is episode 8. I know that now because we only have one pre-recorded before this. So we finally figured it out. It's episode 8. And if Cameron releases this as episode 7, then I will scream. Just to spite me. Anyways, today we have a recurring Sultai turned Jund master now, Zack. Meta Nightmare here. We have Matt Dennis, the Dat Menace, the Frogman. You know him, and if you're like me, you don't love him a damn bit. And then also new, not only new to this show, but new to Magic the Gathering and Commander in general, is my good friend Aury. She and I have been lifelong friends, and she and Matt actually go very way back as well. It's kind of a funny little story there that we will absolutely not get to on the show. But she is here piloting a deck of her own creation. I literally helped teach her this game 2 weeks ago, and now here we are. So I could not be more proud of this monstrosity and the deck that monstrosity has spawned. So we're gonna we're gonna start with Zack. Zack, you've played this deck before, but give us a refresher. Tell us what's up.
Yep, here I've got Thantis, the War Weaver, or as I like to think of her, the Spider Mom.
Yeah.
She's got Vigilance, Reach, and grows bigger whenever I get attacked, or one of my Planeswalkers does.
Yeah.
So I'm going for that second line and basically building up an army of Planeswalkers and friends for Mom to take care of, and then using them to take over the game.
Yeah. There is one more line of text on there that's very important that you neglected to read, though, which is all creatures must attack if able.
Yeah. All creatures must attack. Just usually it won't be me because Spider Mom gets hungry.
Yeah, that's true.
And she will eat anyone.
Yeah, literally, every deck is fun, or every game is fun when Thantis is involved because it always gets pretty wild. Matt, you're back with the deck that you played last time. Tell us about it. Tell us about you.
I'm here with Bait the Glowtoad and
Assassin Dragon Prince.
That's the Gitrog monster. It's got a bunch of lines of text that care about lands entering the graveyard or entering play, and we're going to be making the lands in our deck, of which there are 50, do a lot of that, and hopefully get enough card draw and get through our deck to do one of a few different combinations that should end the game.
And one thing that you did talk about that I kind of want to point out to the people in the audience who are newer to building decks, you have 50 lands. That's
right. That's too many.
It's
too many for pretty much any deck except for this one. And it's on the upper limit for this one. But I just really love doing goofy things with my lands. So.
Yeah. No, it's just funny because there's so many people who are like, what are the rules for mana bases? And we're like, 36 to 38 lands with some number of ramp sources. And then you're like, over half of my deck is just lands, which is very funny. I am playing a new deck. A bunch of people commented being like, when's the Hazoret deck going to come back? And I am sad to announce that the Hazoret deck probably forever has been retired. I love Hazoret the Fervent. I loved discarding my hand. I loved just, being really effective without a hand. And this deck plays very similarly. This is Feldon of the Third Path. And, Zack has so many graveyard decks. Matt has so many, so much love for this graveyard strategy that I decided... I was like, well, I want to have a graveyard-based deck, but I absolutely hate dredging, and thinking about the card Life from the Loam makes me want to vomit. So what should I do? And then I realized Feldon of the Third Path, mono red, it's very me. So they're similar to Hazoret. I'm going to be building up a hand of really powerful threats and then just fucking dumping them into the graveyard. I don't care about them. I don't want them. If I ever hard cast them, it's like kind of a failure because there are a lot of ways to cheat these big things out into play. And Feldon's text is... that he can pay mana to create an artifact copy of a creature that's in the graveyard. So I'm actually going to kill these big threats or dump them into my graveyard by any means necessary, and then resummon imperfect copies of them that will only last one turn. They only last until the end step, and then they'll be sacrificed. So I'm sort of building a utility belt of giant monsters that do a variety of very powerful things, and we'll try to find the right situations to use them. Aury, my good friend, rounding us out, you are playing 2 commanders that you literally could not resist building. Tell us about your deck.
Yeah, these are my good boys, Pir and Toothy. They're very good, and they like to hug you. And the way that they like to hug you is with 1/1 counters. So Pir can give... anytime you add a counter to someone, or any card, any permanent, you add another one of those counters of the same type. And Toothy, he basically, whenever I draw a card, I get to put a counter on him, which obviously stacks with Pir. And then whenever he leaves the battlefield, every 1/1 counter he has, I get to draw a card. This deck is built around putting counters on silly things, and there are a lot of different ways to put on counters, and there are a lot of cards that say when you have counters, more silly things happen. So I want to get these boys very big and strong so that one day they can hug everyone in the world.
Yeah. Pir and his weird dog.
Yeah. His very good dog, best friend.
Boy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Boy and his dog.
Yeah. I am very excited to see this one. We did a brief amount of testing online, and I let Aury live for a single turn with just Toothy on the field. And I knew in my heart that like a bad thing would happen with like just Toothy and a bunch of mana on the field, and it did. And so I think everyone at the table has the potential for some explosive turns, so I think it's going to be fun.
Scarizard!
Aury, you have won our invisible die roll. First game, beginner's luck, privilege, whatever it is you want to call it. So you can actually start us off here. So when you're ready, draw that first card and let's head off to the races.
Let's get it. I'm going to draw a card. Would you look at that? I'm going to play a forest.
Okay.
And I'm going to tap the forest.
Uh-oh.
For Soul Ring.
Oh, wow.
Because of course.
Nice. Yeah.
And I will pass to Patrick.
I see. Aury, this is the thing. You and I have known each other for so long, and I have to say, when you do something, and I see you succeed, and I see you get out there, it really inspires me to do the same thing. So I'm going to play a mountain, and I'm going to also play a Soul Ring, and then I thought I might add kind of my own twist here, and that I would tap that Soul Ring and actually play a Ruby Medallion. Ruby Medallion makes all red spells that I cast cost 1 generic less to cast.
Okay.
And with that, Matt, I'll pass to you. Didn't you say your hand was pretty good?
Yeah, I really like my hand, and I think you're both going to like it as well.
Okay.
I got a forest, and I'm going to tap that forest to play a Soul Ring. And Pat, I really like the flavor you got going on, but I'm thinking maybe we could go for a Golgari flavor.
Okay. No, I like this. This is very interesting. Okay.
And then I'll pass.
Okay, so you have a mono red land Soul Ring mana rock and then a green black. So let's add all that together to our red green black friend.
Yeah. Unless no.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to draw a card. I'm going to draw.
Yeah, you're good. Tell me you drew it off the top. Tell me.
I did not draw it off the top. I've just got a sad little Cinderglade and goes over to Aury. I'm going to just pray I don't die to everyone.
That's pretty insane.
Normal Magic the Gathering that's being played here. Everyone.
Yeah.
All right, Aury, it's on you.
I'm going to play an island, and I'm going to tap 2 for Rampant Growth.
Okay.
I love the artwork on that Rampant Growth.
Yeah.
Which one is that
it's not
one?
As good as, I will say it's not as good as Sunflower, but it is still pretty good.
Ooh, okay.
It's that one.
Man, shoutouts to Rampant Growth for having 10 different printings and all the art's kind of metal. Like, even the base one that's been seen the most, I think is kind of underappreciated, but it is just a tidal wave of plant growth. That's pretty sweet.
Tap 2 for Everflowing Chalice.
Hey, on
So
one.
Good
I
old
kicked
mother
it.
loving cup.
Yeah, I kicked it for just the 1. So every time I tap it, because I kicked 2, it adds 1 mana to my mana pool.
I see.
I wonder if that
one
is going to
colorless.
stay on 1 counter this game, or if it's going to go to many, many more.
You know, that's a great question, and I'm going to plead the 5th. And I'm going to pass to Patrick.
All right. So Aury's going to have 7 mana on turn 3. Not bad. Not bad for your first appearance on the show. Okay. All right. So I'm going to draw, and I will play another Mountain, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a Ruby Medallion here. So I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, and use Ruby Medallion's cost reduction. And Aury, I actually am so proud of you for just a wonderful game of firsts here. Your first, Soul Ring on turn 1, your first, getting a 7 mana on turn 3, and I thought you might like to take First Blood as well. So I'm going to play Anger Anger is a hasty 2/2, and as long as it's in my graveyard and I control a mountain, all creatures that I control have haste. So I'm going to swing it at you for 2.
Okay. I'd go down to 38.
Yeah. And that, I think, is going to be it for me, and I'll pass it off to Matt.
Okay. Well, we're setting a lot of records here today. 7 mana on turn 3. That's pretty incredible. I'm wondering about 8 mana on turn 3, though. So I'm going to play a Swamp, and I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cast a Gilded Lotus.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
hello.
Okay.
So I can tap that to add 3 mana of any color to the mana pool. And I'm going to do that, and I'll play Lightning Greaves.
Oh, sure.
Cool.
So that's all I got.
Okay.
I'll take one from Mana Burn.
No, you won't.
You will absolutely not.
Not in the year 2018.
I wish you could.
Man.
I wish I could make you take Mana Burn. All right, Zach, it's on you, buddy.
All right. Let's see. Oh, look. I've got to play.
No, don't you.
Let's go Forest.
Oh, thank God.
Say go.
Oh, my God. Sorry, if it was a bounce land, I was going to,
Not this.
we were going to end the recording right here.
Not this time, friend. Go ahead.
Okay. I am going to untap. And I'm going to draw. Oh, I didn't untap Soul Ring.
Judge?
Unfortunate.
Judge?
Shut up. I am going to play a Forest. And I am going to tap 3 for Pir.
Hey,
So
there you go.
Anytime I add a counter, I add another counter of the same kind.
Right.
I'm going to tap another... Sorry?
I was going to say, you don't want to get your toothy boy out there?
Actually, no, because I have a better idea.
Okay, let's see it. I'm
I'm
excited.
going to tap 2 green and Everflowing for... You know him. You love him. Mana Gorger Hydra.
Damn it! Yeah, all right. So this one... Yeah, everyone at the table knows how Mana Gorger Hydra works?
Yeah, it
So,
starts
yeah,
as a 1/1, right?
Yeah, it starts as a 1/1. It has trample, and whenever a player casts a spell, I put a 1/1 counter on Mana Gorger Hydra, and since Pir is out, he gets another 1/1 counter every time someone casts a spell.
Oh, good.
That's great.
Perfect.
So
Very-
currently it's a very powerful charging badger.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Okay. All right.
And I will, I don't have anything else, so I'm going to pass to Patrick.
You are really off to the races here. I'm loving it. I'm loving that. I'm going to play Buried Ruin. I can pay 2 and sacrifice it. It's a colorless land to return an artifact from my graveyard to my hand. And then I'm going to tap 5 using the one from Ruby Medallion, the cost reduction, to play one of my favorite cards, Itali, Primal Storm. Yeah.
Oh.
So this is, so whenever Itali attacks, exile the top card of each player's library, and then I may cast any number of non-land cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. All right, or you've got a 3/3 there. Or you wouldn't want to block this Anger, would you?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna attack Matt. Matt's the other person who's doing big moves at the table, and I've seen your deck do some pretty gross things, and also gain a ton of life out of nowhere. Funny enough. So I'm gonna take you down to 38, and I will pass the turn to Zach, or not to Zachary. I will pass it to you after attacking you.
Wow. First we're playing Uno and you're skipping my turn.
I know.
Now you're dealing 2 damage to me. All right.
I know.
Well, that's just kind of rude, but
It is.
That's
It
fine.
is a little bit.
I'll untap, I'll draw. I'm going to play a Windswept Heath. It's a fetch land. I can sack it and pay a life to go get a forest or a plains. I'll be getting a forest. I'm going to go ahead and go down to 37.
Okay. Are you going to get just a basic or
go get a bayou?
Oh, right. I forgot. You've got the powerful lands.
Yeah.
The spicy lands.
Well, Tony one time was like, "Hey, we should play Legacy," and so we've been to 0. We've been to 0 Legacy tournaments. Here I am.
Yeah. Well, this is kind of like a Legacy tournament with the way our first turns are a significant lack of force of wills.
Yeah, it's exactly the same actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. For my next trick, I am going to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm. Or get ready.
I'm going to cast Titania, Protector of Argoth.
Okay.
And Titania has the ETB, enter the battlefield effect. I get to return a land card from my graveyard to the battlefield. So I'm going to do that.
Oh, this is
Nice.
sweet.
And whenever a land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a 5/3 green elemental creature token onto the battlefield.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go to 36, and I'm going to get a 5/3. And audience, I apologize. I don't have a 5/3 token. But I do have this. And we'll pretend it's got 5 power and 3 toughness.
Yeah, there you go. It looks very good.
It's still an elemental, so. Okay. So I'm going to go get another thing. And this time it's going to be an overgrown tomb.
Yeah, okay. So you're taking 2 for this one as well?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. This is turn 3. Zack is just Zack, I feel so bad for you. I love you.
I got these forests. One of them's also a mountain.
This is like normally like a turn 5 looking ass board, and all of us have just gone insane. Yeah. Soul Ring is very good. Mm-hmm. Who knew?
Okay, so that happened, and now I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll play the Gitrog monster. Gitrog monster is a 6/6 death touch. At the beginning of my upkeep, I sack a land, or I sack the frog. I'll be sacking lands. Play an additional land on each of my turns, and whenever a land enters the graveyard from anywhere, draw a card.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, just as a refresher.
Mana Gorger Hydra's at 6 +6 +6. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm here to help.
Oh my
God!
You.
I think you and I think this is the beginning. I think this is the continuity of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah. Long held friendship.
A long friendship.
Wow.
Well, friends, I've taken a lot of damage this turn, so I'm going to gain 1 of that back by playing a Jungle Hollow, and then I'm going to equip onto the Gitrog monster the Lightning Greaves, giving it Shroud and Haste. And what's the stats on Atali?
Atali is a 6/6.
That's messed up, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Well, knowing that, I think well, let me think here. I think I might actually just put the Greaves on Titania.
I see.
Because it's 0 cost to equip.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to, move them around a bunch.
Lightning Greaves also
Everyone,
a very good card.
On my team, we share shoes. I
will say sharing shoes sounds cute, but putting them on the Gitrog monster first and then having to wear them after the Gitrog monster is not it's not something I would be happy about.
That's messed up that you think that.
What the fuck? He's got human limbs coming out of his mouth. You don't know where those legs have been.
One human limb, the rest are in his stomach. For the record, I'm so aware that I could attack Zack here. It just doesn't feel right, so I'm passing the turn.
That's cool.
Here I appreciate it, because I don't have the same soul.
Okay.
Alright, Blood Crypt, tapped, and say go.
I see. Alright. So Aury, while you're untapping, I have a proposition for you.
Sure.
The mid-untap step.
I'm just saying that Mana Gorger Hydra. So I'd like to make you aware of how Mana Gorger Hydra works with Atali, which is if I attack and reveal 4 non-land cards, I'm going to cast all of those for free.
So what you're saying is you're trying to talk me out of the next strategy I would have done, which would be swing at your face immediately.
Yes.
So interesting.
Now
we're playing 5D chess over here.
Right. What I'm saying is, I also have the ability to kill your Mana Gorger Hydra. However, and I will be very clear about this, if I choose to go down the path of casting everything with Atali, I will no longer be able to kill your Mana Gorger Hydra. So it's more. Do we want to go down this Mana Gorger tunnel and see where it leads? Or do you want me to maybe head us off at the paths? That's where I'm at. I
think I am okay with that if you don't touch my Hydra. Mm-hmm. However, I don't know if this is a fair deal.
I'm potentially giving you like 8 to 10 to 12 counters next turn on a tramply boy.
For the record, if you attack me, I'm happy to block with this Death Toucher.
Yeah. I am... Patrick, you said that Atali is 6/6.
Atali is a 6/6. You're very correct.
I'm a 7/7 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thick.
Yes.
So I'm not clear then. Why is...
I'm saying on my next turn, I will kill this Mana Gorger Hydra and everything you've ever loved, unless it goes somewhere else, in which case I will help this Mana Gorger Hydra become the most comically large Mana Gorger Hydra we've ever seen.
Yeah, sure. Okay. That was my upkeep step, apparently.
Yeah, that's...
It's where the politics happen.
Yeah, on upkeep, bargain. On turn 4, no less. This is so funny to me. I love this.
All right. Let's see here. So, Well, here's the thing. I do want my Mana Gorger Hydra to get as big as possible, so I'm going to tap 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh yes, tell me it is what I think it is.
It is absolutely what you think it is. I am playing Doubling Season.
Yes! Oh no! I don't.
For those of you at home, anytime I create 1 or more tokens, I create twice that many in tokens instead. And anytime I add a counter, I add twice that many counter instead.
And that's for everybody, correct? That's
no.
not just for you.
Nope, it is just me.
It's just her.
It's any effect put onto a permanent I control. So if you add counters to my things, hell yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna...
Okay, so here's how committed I am to this war effort. And people in the comments, if this is like a 20-minute game with a giant Mana Gorger Hydra, first off, that's awesome, and I don't care. Second, Cameron gets to like take a break or whatever. And third, I need you to know that I knew I could stop this, but I'm not going to. So here's the Blasphemous Act that's in my hand. Okay. So I could cast Blasphemous Act and deal 13 to the board, which arguably I should do because Matt's board is looking big as hell.
What's Mana Gorger on?
It's at 6 right now, but it's getting 4 tokens every spell, or at 4 counters.
Wait, didn't the Doubling Season give it tokens?
No, it's every time the effect triggers. It's not automatically.
Well, no, it was Pat cast 2 spell. What?
I cast 1.
Right.
1.
Right.
Matt cast 2. And then you cast your own Doubling Season. Doesn't it trigger off your own spells, or am I remembering?
It does. You're right, but I'm not sure if it would add 2 or 4.
It only adds 2 because
it would only add 2 because it was not in play.
Cool.
But that puts it up to 9, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Which means that casting Blasphemous Act would put it out of range of Blasphemous Act.
I don't have just Blasphemous Act. For what it's worth, I'm confident that through a combination of things that we could do this. So I'm gonna do this first. Okay, I'm gonna attack, and I have to send this Atali somewhere, and I don't know where. I'm just gonna say it's attacking, and we'll figure out who it's about to attack right now before the triggers go off, because that's how the rules of Magic the Gathering work. All right, Zack. Here's the thing. Next turn, once you have 4 mana, I can't ignore you any longer.
I respect.
But for this one, I'll attack Matt for 6. So on attack, before we even move to blockers, everyone's going to reveal dramatically for us the top card of their library. So that's a land. That's a land. Oh no! Don't tell me they're all lands. No. Okay.
So what happens? To
I hit a very good one. So that's Caged Suns. Aury, go ahead and collect your counters, honey. The lands they're exiled. Yeah, these cards are all 4,
right?
Yeah. You add 4, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
So Caged Sun. So let's go ahead and read Caged Sun. This one's a fun one. Creatures that I control of the chosen color, I'm going to choose red. Get +1/+1, and whenever a land's ability of any color adds 1 or more mana of the chosen color to my mana pool, I can double it. So my red mana is doubled and my creatures are bigger. And I got to play that for free and normally costs 6. So I'm very happy about how this went. So now there is a 7/7 Atali going to you, Matt. All right, you just block with the elemental. That's fair. So let's go ahead and do everyone's favorite card. So I'm going to tap 2 red mana and I'm going to play Wheel of Fortune. So we're all going to discard our hands and we're going to draw 7. Or you're going to get counters for this too.
Okay. I would like you to take a look at what was in my hand and what was about to happen next turn.
Oh, Deep Glow Skate. Oh, yeah, you really were about to have a lethal Mana Gorger Hydra. That's sick.
Yeah, I sure was.
Okay, so that's very good. All right, so everyone's drawing a new 7 here and discarding what they have. All right, I promised you counters. I'm going to go all the way for you here. This is my love for you. So I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3 mana to play Sculpting Steel. Sculpting Steel comes into play as a copy of any artifact in play. And so I'm going to choose...
$5 says it's Caged
Sun.
It's
Caged Sun. So now I have 2 Caged Suns. So my mountains give me triple mana, and my creatures have +2/+2s. This is an 8/8. This is 4/4. And I have... So this mountain is going to tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to play a Gilded Lotus. So Gilded Lotus taps for 3 mana of any color. So you're going to get even more counters for this one, Aury.
This deck's stupid.
All right. Well, there we go. And I have... And it has Trample too. God bless America. And this is what, turn 4, turn 5. I don't even fucking know anymore.
This is turn 4.
That's so good. I love Magic the Gathering. What a great time with all of my friends. Okay, all right, and then I will pass the turn to Matthew. How big is Mana Gorger Hide? Can we get a Mana Gorger check?
It is at 25-25 currently.
It sure is. Oh God. Okay. All right. Let's go for it. All right, go, Matt.
So I'm gonna untap with for what I assume will be the last time.
Well.
And on my upkeep, I have a trigger. I have to sacrifice a land or the frog. I'm going to sacrifice a swamp. And so I get to draw a card off of that. Mm-hmm. And then I get to draw a card for my turn. Also, when that happened, I got a 5/3 because of Titania. So I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll be green. So I'll just have a green hanging out after I cast Oracle of Moldiah. So Oracle of Moldiah, I reveal the top card of my library, and I can play an additional land on my turn. So now I can cast or play 3 lands each turn.
Okay.
And if it's a land on top, I can play that.
Or you have a trigger here?
Oh, I sure do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I reveal a Seasons Past.
Okay.
So with my remaining green mana, I'm going to cast Sylvan Safekeeper. It says it's a 1 green 1/1. Mm-hmm. It's a fugitive wizard. And it says, sacrifice a land. Target creature you control can't be the target of spells or abilities this turn.
Okay.
I'm going to tap 5 mana. I'm going to cast another spell. This is Scourge Familiar. So it's a flying 3/2. And whenever I can choose and discard a card. And I can add a black to my mana pool. And that's a mana ability.
Okay. Aury, this is another spell cast, by the way.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just...
Oh, I see. You're just... Yeah.
I'm learning.
Do what you gotta do. Yeah. Another one. Right. Another 4.
Another 4. Yeah. So I'm going to play my first land for the turn, which is going to be a Woodland Cemetery.
Okay. And
then I'm going to choose and discard a card and add a black to my mana pool. I'm discarding Golgari Rot Farm. Sorry, Zack.
No!
And I get to draw a card because a land entered the graveyard from anywhere. So I'm going to draw the Seasons Past and reveal the top card. It's Gerard Golgari Lichlord. I'm going to discard Forest. I have another black mana floating. And I'm going to draw this card. Reveal this. It's a Crucible of Worlds.
Oh, good.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to discard a Blooming Marsh. Add a black, draw a card.
Blooming Marsh.
Reveal Exploration.
Okay. Exploration could give you even more land drops.
Yeah, I could play 4 lands per turn. The only problem is my hand is out of lands now.
Oh, I see.
But my graveyard isn't. So I'm going to discard Gerard Golgari Lichlord and make a 3rd black. I don't get to draw a card for that. Because he's no land.
Yeah. Don't you dare do it.
I'll cast
okay.
Worlds.
No. Sorry, I thought you were going to Life from the Loam. That's valid. Very good for the graveyard combo lands deck.
Right, and I have 2 more land drops. So I'm going to play a Windswept Heath, and I'm going to pay a life, go down to 34.
Oh my god.
I get to draw a card from that, and then I get to go fetch. Top card revealed, Hissing Quagmire. Doesn't matter.
You have that in your deck? This is not surprising at all.
And I'll go get a Forest. Still have 1 more land drop.
Don't you also get a Titania trigger?
Oh, you're totally right. Yeah, thank you. Let me go find...
Sorry, I don't actually know. I normally zone out whenever graveyard land decks do their thing. So I'm like, wait, I'm not hearing as many triggers as I normally ignore.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so Ash Barrens is on the top. I am going to cast Exploration.
So this good boy is sitting pretty at 45.
Excellent. I'm going to play a Windswept Heath. This is my 3rd land drop. I'm going to fetch. So I'm going to go down to 33. I get to draw Ash Barrens. Reveal the top card. Go get a Forest. We're going to do this a couple times. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
Shuffling my library for the 14th time this turn. Ash Barrens is in my hand. Reveal the top card. It's a Blighted Woodland. I have 1 more land drop. I'm going to discard Commander Sphere to Scourge Familiar and float a black. I'm going to use that black to basic land cycle Ash Barrens. I get to draw a card and then go get a basic land. So I'll draw Blighted Woodland. Reveal a Temple of Milady. I'm going to go get a Swamp to the hand. That's not a land drop.
I don't know that Matt will, but Zack, can you tell me when or if we're at infinite stage? Because this feels like a chain, but I don't think we're dead or anything.
It's not. This is not an infinite loop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on how many more lands he can draw.
Right.
It's basically, whenever he draws a land, he gets a mana and gets another card.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not a deterministic combo. I'm gonna discard Blighted Woodland and add a black mana.
Okay, then you're gonna
draw a card. I'm gonna discard Hissing Quagmire, add a black mana, draw a card. I'm gonna discard Verdant Catacombs, add a black mana, draw a card. It's Entomb.
Yeah, so Aury, this is why I'm happy to give you a big as fuck thing, because we may not untap. That's the way this works.
Right.
Yeah.
Blasphemous acting to kill his whole board was absolutely the correct play, but here we are.
I'm gonna discard a swamp, draw a card, make a black mana. Crossing Grip. Well, then I'll discard a card, draw a card, make a black mana. Squandered resources, huh? I'm gonna sack a forest to Sylvan Safekeeper, giving Gitrog Shroud. Make a 5/3, and then I get to draw a card. Reveal this. It's Mana Bond. Use one of my black mana and cast Entomb.
Right. That's a spell cast for you.
That's a spell.
Aury.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna go get Glacial Chasm and put that in the graveyard, and that's gonna allow me to draw another card because of the Gitrog monster.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna be drawing a forest. And then reveal Nissa Vital Force. Oh, sorry, it doesn't go to my hand. It's in the graveyard. I'm going to use another black mana and a green to regrowth, returning a target card from my graveyard to my hand. That's another spell.
Okay, we got more casts.
I'm going to return Glacial Chasm. I'm going to play Glacial Chasm for my final land drop, which requires me to sacrifice a land. So I'll sacrifice a forest, draw Nissa, and reveal Ghost Quarter. I will discard a forest, draw a card, make a mana. Sorry, y'all. We're almost there. Gonna use a black mana and a green mana here to cast Squandered Resources. Squandered Resources is an enchantment that says sacrifice a land, add 1 mana to your mana pool of any type the sacrificed land could produce. So now I am going to sacrifice a forest to this, draw a card, and make a 5/3. There's a Strip Mine. Sacrifice Woodland Cemetery, draw a card, make another green mana. So I have 2 green mana in my mana pool.
Okay. Oh my god.
So I'm going to pay the 3 green, or 3 black and 2 green, and cast Nissa the Vital Force. Mm-hmm. So she starts with 5 loyalty. I can +1 her to untap a target land I control, and until my next turn, it's a 5/5 elemental with haste. It's still a land. I can -3 to do a regrowth again, which is just get a card from my graveyard to my hand, but it's only a permanent.
I see.
And I can -6, where I get an emblem with whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card.
Ah, good.
So she starts at 5, and I'm going to go ahead and +1 her. And we'll just say that Jungle Hollow is now a 5/5.
Yeah, get in there, Jungle Hollow.
Hell yeah.
Been waiting for this
It's so
day.
empty anymore.
Yeah.
Damn. So I'm going to discard a Blighted Fen, draw a card, and make a black mana. And then I'm going to cast Zurin Orb. It's another spell.
Mm-hmm.
This one says I can sacrifice a land to gain 2 life.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. And I am going to put these boots upon Scourge Familiar, and I'm going to attack Pat for 3 in the air. Because you did this.
You did? I did this?
This is your fault.
I gave you... What? I didn't blasphemous I can kill your board. What?
I mean, I'm not... So, my board looks a lot bigger, but there's a lot of pips on those die.
Okay. It's a
61-61 for those of you.
Oh, good. Very good. Okay, so you...
That's beyond Super Saiyan. That's double Super Saiyan.
Okay, and so it's a 3/3 in the air?
A 3/2, yeah.
A 3/2. Okay, so I'm going to take 3. I'm not magically dead?
Wait.
No.
Before you take 3, does Glacial Chasm prevent...
Oh, you're totally right. I can't attack. Never mind.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I was going to say...
No, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, when you said you were performing game actions, I don't know we were performing illegal game actions out here.
Oh,
damn. Well, here we are, and I did it. I made a mistake, y'all. I'm sorry.
The first one ever, and the last one.
At least you didn't kill someone with your mistake like I did.
So, okay, I'll go ahead and put it on the frog then.
He says, well, actually, you can't, because your frog has Shroud from earlier in the turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So you can't target it with the equip ability.
No!
I'm pushing up my anime glasses so fucking hard right now, Matt.
That's good. No, I love it. Okay, I'll put the greaves onto Titania. Sorry,
Okay.
y'all. Cool.
It's like when you try to feed one of your pets and it doesn't want the food. You're like, Gitrog, put these boots on. It's like,
Cannot be
It's got
targeted.
this leg swinging out of its mouth as it shakes its head back and forth.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to get the boot on that foot.
Actually, here's a thought. Do you think when the Gitrog monster wears lightning greaves, it attaches them to the human body inside its stomach?
They're just really big, sticky boots.
I see. There we go.
Well, how big are the Gitrog monster's toes?
They're
big
quite
enough.
large. Yeah, okay.
Large enough to summon mana from the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Pass the turn, I guess.
All right. So that was a whole. I don't know who I'm more afraid of. I'm sandwiched between a 61/61 Managorger Hydra and all of the arms of the Forbidden One over here. Anyways, Zack, show us what you can do, buddy.
Yeah.
Show me your power.
Well, I now have a friend who's a few turns too late.
Oh, is that so?
It is so.
Hey!
There he is.
You
Hey,
got
better late than
it.
never.
Yeah.
Right on time,
And
Soaring.
Yeah. I'll play Garrick Wildspeaker, and then up him to untap 2 lands, and then play another friend, Tybalt the Fiend-Blooded.
Yo! Okay.
And then, so Garruk will untap lands, Tybalt I'll get to draw a card, and then discard a card at random.
Okay.
So
That's
here,
a
I've
good
got
ability on a
5
good
cards.
Planeswalker.
Wow, for only 2 mana, how broken.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Wow,
So,
Broxies.
5 cards, I'll re-roll on 6. It's a 3, so card 3 gets discarded. Alright, go ahead. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. I'm going to untap. And while doing so, I'm going to think long and hard about what I've done to deserve this Exodia on the other side.
All right. My ability to remove his damage reducing to 0 land is still on the table for you, Aury. And it will actually sizably pump your Hydra.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm also thinking about dealing with it myself, if I can do that. But I don't think I can this turn. Unless, God forbid, Art of the Cards.
Well, so I'll put it this way. If you have a way to deal with it, I gotta say, my way has a potential failure case, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say mono red is a funny thing.
I think I know what your way is.
This is gonna be awesome.
So I'm going to do...
Just how big is it
just
now?
Chill out.
Sorry.
12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 73, 73.
Good.
Okay, do you have a D100?
Not with me, no, unfortunately.
Okay.
I will keep that in mind for next time for sure, though. Okay, I'm going to do... I think I have enough mana for this one. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... And then this is going to be 8 Reliquary Tower. I have no maximum hand size. I am going to tap blue 1, 3.
So that's 4 mana currently.
That's 4 mana.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring out Toothy.
Okay.
And then so I cast 1 spell, so that's another 4. And now you guys are super duper gonna hate me.
Oh, what is this?
I'm going to tap out for increasing savagery if no one has a response.
What is that?
Put 5 1/1 counters on target creature. If it's played from a graveyard, put 10 1/1 counters on a creature, and I can flashback it for 7. So I'm going to put those on Toothy.
And also, this is a spell cast.
Correct. So. This is a spell cast, so Managorger Hydra goes up another 4. It was at 73, and now it's at
81?
Yeah, that sounds right. Toothy gets basically 10 from Doubling Season, and then another 2 from Pir's effect, I think, is how that reconciles?
That's correct.
Okay. So he gets 12 1/1 tokens, and he is a 13/13.
Yeah, wow.
And I'm tapped out, so
Aury, I think you should attack Matt Dennis.
You know we go way back.
I know you go way back, but here's the thing. It is the only way that we didn't die there is because he had to tap a lot of his lands at the beginning of this to do it. Nissa is going to ultimate, which is going to give him the whenever a land comes into play, draw a card. That deck is already at half of its thing. The game is about to end, is what I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, I don't know about that. That's just how many it took me to set up a wall and find my Glacial Chasm.
So Glacial Chasm says any damage I do this turn is reduced to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then why would I attack?
Because you're going to attack.
That's what I'm saying, you know?
You're going to attack, and then I'm going to destroy the land.
Okay, then I am going to enter combat phase, and I'm going to declare an attack.
All right, so you have how big is that?
So he's 81.
Okay, well, and keep some dice on hand, because this is going to get a little bigger. So you have declared an attack at Matt. So Matt, would you like to declare any blockers?
Yeah, I think I will. Before blocks, I'm going to gain 2 life sacrificing this, using the Zern Orb's ability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I get another 5/3. I get to draw a card.
What do you draw?
Right of Consumption.
Okay.
I'm going to sacrifice this Overgrown Tomb to gain 2 life. Actually, no, to gain 2 life is fine.
All right, so you're at 37.
37. Sylvan Scrying is on the top now.
Okay.
I'm going to sacrifice this Jungle Hollow to Squandered Resources, floating a green mana.
Okay.
Draw Sylvan Scrying. I'm going to sacrifice Glacial Chasm to gain 2 life. I'm going to discard Strip Mine to Scourge Familiar's ability, make a black mana. So I have 1 green mana and 1 black mana. Draw a card. I'm going to discard Reliquary Tower, draw a card, make a black mana.
Do you have any lands in play currently?
None.
Okay.
I'm going to discard Ghost Quarter, draw a card, make a black mana. Gonna discard Maze of Ith, make a black mana, and draw a card. Okay. I would like to, still in the before blocks, I'm going to use the green and 2 of the black, and actually the other 2 doesn't matter. I'm going to cast Croson Grip on your Doubling Season. It's got split second.
So the Doubling Season doesn't happen, right? That's the...
I float a green in response, because I can actually do that during split second.
Yep, you can.
That's it.
Yep. Yeah, you can't cast a spell in response to this. Yeah, split second literally says, as long as this spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities.
Right.
So it just says destroy target enchantment or artifact.
Cool.
Okay.
So that's dead.
Cool.
Now does the Mana Grudger Hydra grow?
It does, because that's triggered.
Yeah.
Okay, but it grows for 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No.
It goes for 4.
Yeah, it still goes for 4.
Because when the cast went on the stack, the Doubling Season was still in play.
I see.
Okay, so 85 tampling damage.
Mm-hmm.
And you are coming in 18, 20, 21, 24, 27, 29, 30, 33, 35, 41. And you're attacking for 85.
85, yeah.
Hold on. Let's do some math.
Pulls out calculator.
Okay. 85 minus, and I counted up to 41 equals 44 damage.
Uh-huh.
So you're attacking Nissa, right?
No, not this time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right, I'm dead.
Oh, God.
Oh.
This kills the Matt.
Wow. Well,
Matt, we knew each other for a long time, but when you spent 15 minutes cycling lands, I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I love you very much.
Mm-hmm. I can tell.
Oh my God. All right. Whew. Okay. What a time that was. I'm gonna do something now that's probably warranted, but this I'm gonna reveal my hand here because I really need that Mana Grudger Hydra to not be here, but I can't guarantee that it won't.
Yeah, I knew that was what you were looking
the
for.
constant mist. So I'm gonna gamble.
What does that do?
Oh, God.
So
Wait, you had to gamble
yeah,
for
I had
it?
to gamble for it. Okay, so gamble. So Aury, so this is spellcast. So go ahead and get your counters here. So gamble.
Okay.
So I have 2 red mana floating because one of them is paying for this. Search my library for a card. Put that card into my hand. I don't have to show you. Then discard a card at random. And I have 3 cards, and so hopefully my loving assistant Tien here can help us with the randomizing. So I'm gonna gamble for a card, and then a card is gonna get discarded at random. I think I know the one that I need to get. I'm gonna do a quick look, just a real quick, just a fast little look here, and make sure, because I'm pretty sure it's the only thing in my deck that can answer this whatsoever. Just the only one that exists.
Sure.
And yeah, I'm gonna stop looking. I think that is in fact, I am playing a mono red deck. Let's not get ourselves here. Cool. So I'm gonna put this into my hand. And Tien, why don't you go ahead and shuffle this hand up for me? There we go. Do some. All right, here we go. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and one of these is randomly going to be discarded. All right.
Come on, Tien, I believe in you.
Off the top. Hey, okay, it's a mountain. Thank the Lord. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna play a mountain. My mountains are still goofy. I'm going to
Judge. You just discarded a mountain.
Yeah. So I'm going to tap. Sorry, I got too caught up in the moment. I'm casting the Chaos Warp on my end step with the 2 floating mana from the thing. I'm doing that before I drew the card. So Chaos Warp targeting Mana Gorger Hydra.
What can you?
Oh, I
explain?
absolutely can, because you're going to like this too. We all get to join in on the fun. The owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library, then reveals the top card of their library. If that card is a permanent, you put it directly into play.
Oh,
It's just all up in there.
It could be anything. It could even be a Mana Gorger Hydra.
it sure
And
can.
And you
Imagine
do real quick, because I'm casting this, you do get 2 more final counters, so we can clock
okay.
So it's 85, 85 is what we landed on.
For
All
sure.
right, and then
Fuck. Amazing.
That's the record to beat.
well then it's 89 because I gambled and then I Chaos Warped.
Yeah.
Wow. On turn, what is this, 6? I have 6 lands in play.
This is turn 5.
Oh my god. Magic is fucking wild.
Game's good, as it turns out.
Game's good. Game good. Thanks. All right, so we've done it, and then let's see it. It's hey.
Oh.
That's the cool planeswalker, right? That's the
This is Mu Yanling. I don't know how to pronounce that.
All right, so go ahead and tell us what
sorry.
those are, because some of us have never
Sure.
seen that card.
Yeah, +2, target creature can't be blocked this turn. -3, draw 2 cards. -10, tap all creatures your opponents control. You take an extra turn after this one.
Well, that really does change things, because I was going to attack some of Zack's planeswalkers maybe with this Atali, but that planeswalker is going to make something unblockable.
And probably someone did.
And it also comes in with an extra counter because of Pir, right? Because that's how that works?
Yep.
Great. Loving that. Okay.
I should get a purr for this.
Okay. So let's. Okay. All right. All right, Zack. Let's.
A good boy and his dog.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. So I've untapped. I've drawn the card that I did. I played the mountain. I actually want to not play the mountain. I want to play this Gaia Reach Sanitarium because we're gonna have to get crafty here. But yeah. So they got to come from somewhere, and I'm not really sure. Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Toothy. How big is Toothy?
Toothy is a 13/13 right now.
Okay. Well, we're gonna risk it for Yon Biscuit. So
Sure.
all of us are going to draw a card and discard a card right now. Paying 2 for the
Draw a
Soul
card.
Ring. Yeah.
Okay.
Draw a card and then discard a card. Oh.
Goodbye, Mossfire Valley.
And I will discard another mountain. Really just getting...
I am discarding Burgeoning because now that Matt is gone, I don't need it anymore.
That is true. Burgeoning becomes less good. So I'm going to tap Gilded Lotus for 3, Mountain for 3.
My opinions matter this game?
You know what, buddy? You might be able to do it all here. Who knows? So I'm going to tap 7, and I'm going to play an artifact called Spine of Ishsaw. When Spine of Ishsaw comes into play, destroy target permanent. And whenever it is put into the battlefield the graveyard from the battlefield, I get it back into my hand. So I'm going to target Toothy.
So you get it?
No. Sorry. Toothy's dead. Toothy's exploded.
Yeah,
Toothy
totally.
explodes.
Toothy has been unimaginated. And you are going to draw a billion cards.
Yeah, I'm going to draw 13 cards. Or, I'm sorry, 12 cards. 12
normal. Cards. Very normal amount to have to draw.
And I have no max hand size.
Good. Loving that. Okay, great. I'm going to send 2 attacks here. This Anger is actually going at Garrick Wildspeaker. And it's a 4/4, and this 8/8 Atali is going at Mu Yanling. So before blockers, we all dramatically flip the top card of our deck. I'm going to flip Duplicant.
Another map.
Flooded Grove.
Cool. Well, I'm the only one who brought non-land permanents to this party, apparently. So I'm going to cast the world's saddest Duplicant. And this Duplicant is going to come into play. When it enters the battlefield, I exile target non-token creature. I'm going to exile Pir.
Okay.
So Pir's gone. As long as a card exiled with Duplicant is a creature card, Duplicant has the power, toughness, and creature types of the last creature type, so it's a 1/1.
Okay. So no, it isn't.
Oh?
Pir goes to not exile.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
So the Duplicant's just a 2/4. All right, so Mu Yanling is going to take 8 and die. Garrick Wildspeaker is going to take 4 and die. And then just let's go Hellbent. It's what we were meant to do. I'm going to play for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Steel Hellkite.
Dragon Bait.
Yeah, and this is the true Dragon Prince. Steel Hellkite Aury is a flying 5/5 that I can pump its power when it attacks, as long as I pay 2 mana to activate it. It also, the more relevant ability is X. Destroy each non-land permanent with converted mana cost X, whose controller was dealt damage by Steel Hellkite this turn. Activate this ability only once. So it can swing in and then pay a cost and blow up your stuff. Anyways, that is it for me. I'm Jazz Hands. I'm out of cards.
Draw for turn. Interesting. Before anything else, I'm going to play out this Maze of It.
Okay.
Which I can make attacking creatures become untapped and not deal damage this turn. Yeah, it's pretty great, especially against enormous Mana Gorger Hydras.
God.
I'm going to plus Tybalt and do the thing again. My good friend Tybalt. 2. 1, 2. This one. Goodbye, Mountain. And then... So you have an enormous Atali, an angry boy, and a dragon bait.
Yeah, so I have Steel Hellkite, Duplicant, Atali, and Anger currently.
Yeah, I think I need to find something else. So I'm going to play a Regal Behemoth and become the monarch.
Hey, neat.
Ooh.
Okay, so whenever you tap lands for mana while you're the monarch,
yes.
you double that mana.
Double.
And the monarch, Aury, and for those at home, at the end of each turn, if you are the monarch, you draw a card. And if you deal combat damage to someone who is the monarch, you become the monarch.
Yes.
So
that'll get some... Here, that's my monarch card. And then I'll pass my turn and draw a card.
All right, sweet. Chilling with the Maze of It. And Aury, you have no maximum hand size, right?
That is correct. I have a lot of cards in my hand.
And how many cards are you in your hand?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
keeps
17,
going.
18 cards.
Oh, okay. Good. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, let's see
I'm
lucky
going
number
to
19.
Untap.
Oh my god.
First, I'm going to play an island.
Would have thought that with 19 cards you have on.
Yeah.
Zack? I don't need this sass for me today.
Oh my god. Hell yeah.
I just lost my 2 special boys, and I'm currently in mourning, and frankly...
Yeah, don't be that guy, Zack.
Yeah, fuck it. So I'm going to tap 2 green,
okay,
and then I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, okay.
It is going to Genesis Hydra.
Okay, well, let's...
Okay, well, let's see what's Genesis.
So when I cast Genesis Hydra, I reveal the top 7 cards in my library because I tapped it for 7. It's an X cost.
Yes.
I may put a non-land permanent card with converted mana cost X or less, 7 among them onto the battlefield, then shuffle the rest into my library. And he starts with 7 1/1 counters because I tapped for 7.
He's going to be an 8/8. So go ahead and reveal all 7, and if you would name the cards you're doing.
Nissa, Voices of Zendikar.
Okay.
Tuskguard Captain. Hinterland Harbor. Murkfiend Legion. Coiling Oracle. That's 5. 6 is Simic Signet. Plasm Capture is the last.
You've got some good ones there.
Yeah.
All right, which one is it going to be?
I think I'm going to go for Murkfiend Legion.
All right, and this one, I also have a healthy distaste for green-blue cards. So what does this one do?
Other green creatures you control get +1/+1. Other blue creatures you control get +1/+1. And then it has a constant effect: untap all green and/or blue creatures you control during each other player's untap step.
Good. It's like that other card I dislike, Prophet of Krufix. Oh, good.
Well, it doesn't hit the lands.
I see. Oh, well, there you go.
Correct. Yeah, just creatures.
But can't it be though? I have no problem with Jund. Regal Behemoth is sweet. I'm into that. Okay, so let's do. So we're definitely attacking with Atali, and we know that. I gotta hit somebody for a lot of damage here. Zack is probably gonna get this flyer. I'll send Atali at Zack, so that you got an 8/8 Elder Dinosaur coming, and Aury, you're taking 4 from Anger and 5 from the Steel Hellkite. And
okay,
on before anything, on attack, we flip the card. Oh, hey, it's Balefire Dragon, everybody.
Coiling
Look, it's a Chandra.
Oh, hey, Chandra Flame. Well, and isn't that just right on time? Great. Okay. So these enter the battlefield. So Balefire Dragon says whenever Balefire Dragon deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls. So if it hits you, it kind of wraths the board, basically. Coiling Oracle comes into play, and I flip the top card, and if it's a land, it goes into play. Otherwise, I draw it.
Correct.
Yes.
So I flip it. It's Duretti, Scrap Savant. So I'm going to put Duretti into my hand, and then Chandra is on my side. I have a Chandra. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Thinking I should go find my Chandra, but I have one in this deck. But I have another one.
Do you know where it is off the top of your head?
I do not. Which is
okay. Then I just put something into play to proxy for it.
Well, actually, can you have my Chandra on your field?
Yeah.
All right. So Chandra also has. This is still in the attack step, so it doesn't matter too much. So 8/8 is coming at you, Zack. Are you blocking?
No, 8/8 is oncoming.
Right, because Maze of
it gets lost in a maze.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
Atali ran in and lost the maze. Yeah, you're right. And then
he found some good spells in the maze.
That's true. And then 8 or 9 is coming at you, Aury.
Okay, I go down to 29.
Okay, so you got down to 29. I'm going to tap 2 lands, and I'm going to play Duretti, Scrap Savant. +2, I can discard up to 2 cards and draw as many cards as I discarded. -2, I can sacrifice an artifact to return target artifact from my graveyard to the battlefield, so you can swap them. And then the ultimate, which rarely comes up, but it is important to note, I get an emblem with whenever a graveyard is put into the... whenever an artifact is put into the graveyard from battlefield, at the beginning of the next end step, I return it to play. So there's a lot of messed up combos.
Yours or any? Your graveyard?
Yes, yeah, when it's put into my graveyard. So my stuff kind of double combos or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to use Chandra's, I guess, what is it, 0 ability? My Chandra
0
exists.
Is ship your hand.
Which is that everybody discards hands?
No, just you.
Okay, so I will discard my hand. I'm discarding It That Betrays, which might come up later. Okay. And I draw how many?
That many cards +1.
Okay, so I'm going to draw 2 cards right now. And then I'm going to use Duretti and tick Duretti up to 7. And I'm going to discard Extra Planar Lens and Mountain to draw 2 more cards. And then I'm going to tap 1, 2, and this Buried Ruin to sacrifice Buried Ruin to go bring an artifact from my graveyard to my hand. I'm going to get Mirage Mirror. Mirage Mirror comes into play over here in this artifact soup. And for 2 mana, Mirage Mirror becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until end of turn. And I think that is everything for right now.
Yeah, let's just add 10 to my mana pool.
You're right. Regal
Play a Nesting Dragon.
Ooh.
And a Vorapede. So Nesting Dragon has landfall. Whenever a land comes into play, I get a dragon egg that when it dies hatches a dragon, and Vorapede is a 5/4 vigilance trample.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Vorapede. Then play a land, Call Me Garden, so I actually get 2 tokens off this. I get my dragon egg, and then I get a 0/1 plant.
Sweet.
Tick up Tybalt to 5. Draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 3, so middle card goes away. Goodbye, Temple of Abandon. Sorry to abandon you. So, Patrick, what does your board look like? You have an untapped Atali.
Untapped Atali, untapped Duplicant, untapped Balefire Dragon, and a Coiling Oracle that's chilling over on Aury's board. I have a tapped Anger, a tapped Steel Hellkite, a Mirage Mirror, a Duretti, a Chandra Flamecaller, a Sculpting Steel, a Cage Sun, and a Spine of Ishsa.
Okay, so attacking you would not end well.
I don't believe so.
Okay, then I think I'm just going to pass and then draw a card as my God-given, or I guess Regal Behemoth given right.
All right, let's see something buck wild, but not too buck wild, please.
Buck wild,
not too buck.
Yeah,
wild.
if I can,
a reasonable wildness of a buck.
Yeah,
I'm going to play a land first. How's that sound?
Okay.
Sounds good.
Minamo at Water's Edge.
Hey.
I love all these legendary names.
Yeah.
I'm going to Soul Ring Forest for Rishkar Pima Renegade.
Okay.
So when she enters the battlefield, I put a 1/1 counter on each of up to 2 creatures, and each creature you control with a counter on it says tap, add green to your mana pool.
Right. So Mercfiend Liege and Genesis Hydra get counters.
Correct. So Genesis Hydra is at 9/9, and Mercfiend Liege is at 5/5. And then Genesis Hydra obviously gets the +1 from this, and she gets a +1 because of this effect.
Yeah, they're all bigger because of the Liege.
Correct. I am also going to go ahead and tap 2 more mana for Lightning Greaves.
Ooh.
And I'm going to equip it on Rishkar.
Okay.
I'm going to target Mercfiend Liege at your Planeswalker, Zack.
Okay. So you're attacking Tibalt with Mercfiend Liege?
Yeah.
Okay. Plant gets under the bus.
Okay.
Plant dies.
Cool. And I am going to just end turn.
Okay. I'm going to tap 2 to make Mirage Mirror a copy of Minamo, Schooled at Water's Edge. And then I'm going to pay this mana to activate it, so we all draw a card.
Or is that's not, you're thinking of Miko Koro.
I see. Then I'm doing it to Gaia Reach Sanitarium. And then we're all going to draw and then discard.
Okay.
So we draw, and I will discard Hoarding Dragon.
I'm discarding Kodama's Reach.
I'm going to discard Armorcraft Judge.
Okay. And it's me turn? Me go?
Yeah.
You
Sorry.
turn.
I did pass, yeah.
I'll play this mountain. And I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, and the Gaia Reach Sanitarium for 4 to making more room on the table here, everybody, for Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker.
Oh god.
So
can you?
Yeah,
I think I have a response to that. Can you tell me what it does?
Yes, I will. Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker is a 2/2 Goblin Shaman with haste, and I can tap it to create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary creature. The token that it creates will have haste, and then I can sacrifice. I have to sacrifice that token at the beginning of the end step.
And it's only your creatures.
Yes, it's only my creatures.
Okay. I'm going to respond.
Okay.
I don't like that one bit.
I understand.
Feel for the cause.
Okay.
Counter target spell, then proliferate.
Yeah.
So I add 1 of each counter to things with counters.
Okay. Kiki Jiki.
You should add a counter to Tibalt.
I don't know if you should.
You choose any number of permanents and or players with counters on them, then give them another counter of a kind already there.
Yeah.
Tibalt has loyalty. 5 loyalty.
You should not give it to Tibalt.
You should
Yeah,
not
no,
actually
I'm
do
good,
that.
Zach. Whew.
Yeah,
What?
Tibalt's minus steals all the creatures, so you don't want to...
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Thanks, bro.
I'm going to use Duretti's ability. So I'm going to discard this mountain, and I'm going to draw up to 1 card. Tap 1 and 2 to play, this one, Combustible Gearhult.
Hey, I am familiar with that one.
Combustible Gearhult targets you, and you're either going to let me draw 3 cards, or we're going to mill the top 3, and you're going to take damage equal to the converted mana cost. Also important to your decision, I have 0 cards in hand.
Okay, so I'm milling 3, and I'm taking damage equal to CMC.
Okay, is that's what you're choosing?
Patrick's the one who mills. But
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do something that sounds suspiciously like what a card counter would say. How many lands do you have on the field right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands, and I have...
And you have how many in your library? Or your graveyard?
2, 3, 4, 5 in my graveyard. So that's 10,
So 10.
that are accounted for.
And you have around 75 left in your library, so I'm going to tell you to mill.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right. Inventor's Fair. That's a good land.
Okay.
So that's gone. We're going to flip 1,000-Year Elixir, which is a 3-mana artifact, so you're going to take 3 damage.
Phew.
And then
26.
Spine Rock Knoll. So yeah, you get 2 lands and 1,000-Year Elixir. That's
Cool.
That's about as good as it gets. I'm going to use Chandra to create 2 elementals. 2 3/1. Do they have trample?
With haste, not trample.
2 3/1 elementals with haste. They're red, so when they come into play, they get +2/+2 from my Caged Sons. So I have 2 5/3
From your great sons.
Yeah, my great sons. Cool. So then, now that's all said and done, I'm going to go to attacks. And let's see here. Aury, I think I'm more afraid of you. I think Zack has a ton more life, but I don't know that Zack has the ability to one-combo me like I think you do.
I don't. I think you're grossly overestimating my in-hand cards, but I understand and appreciate you.
How many cards do you have in hand?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Well,
7, 8,
I want to put it this way.
14.
I have a giant board and people got to start dying, and it's either you or him, and and it's possible that he can also kill me, but I don't 100% know that. So I'm going to leave the Coiling Oracle. Actually, no. If you do end up dying this turn, so the Coiling Oracle's going in. Coiling Oracle's going in there. Atali is coming at you. These 2 5/3s are coming at you. So this is currently 6, 5, 10, 16. 8 is 24, 26, 29, and 33. And how much of it? 13 of it is flying currently. And then now that I've declared the attacks, we're all flipping the top card of our library for Atali. All right, so you go. Prime Speaker Zagana. Oh, God Christ. Okay.
Coalition Relic.
And it's my turn to hit a land here. So Prime Speaker Zagana is going to come into play, and it's going to get +1/+1 equal to the highest power I control, which is currently 8. And then I'm going to draw 8 cards. So this is mid-combat I'm drawing these cards. Dear God.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So I've drawn those, and I have a Coalition Relic now as well somewhere on my board. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have 36 coming at me, right?
I believe it's 33, with 13 of it
33?
being flying.
And I think I'm going to help with that flying amount, just because I feel like Patrick's a bit of a menace here, and we need to work together to end him.
I appreciate your sacrifice for the cause.
So how much mana do you have left, Patrick?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stop that Balefire Dragon's business.
Balefire Dragon has been untapped. And now, or you can assign blockers here.
Okay. Genesis, I think I have to block with both.
Genesis Hydra,
so
probably... How big is Genesis Hydra?
1/1 with +9/+9, so 10.
Okay, so it's probably blocking Atali.
Yeah. I think it's time to stop that madness.
And then Rishkar will block... do you have a 1/1 by chance?
No, I have a 2/4, a 4/4, and 2 5/3s.
Okay, so Rishkar is just going to block a 2/4 and die.
Okay. And so...
Well, if he's just going to die, why not have him block something bigger?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're probably going to block one of the 5 elementals. Okay, so you're going to take 5, 4, 5, so that's 10, 14, 2, 16?
16, okay. I'm at 10.
I have you at... Oh, yeah. Because... Yeah, you are at 10 because you took 3 from the Combustible Gear Hulk. Okay. And then I'm going to... so these are going to be exiled. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. Atali's dead as a result of combat with the much larger creature. I have a 9/9 Prime Speaker Zagana that's in play. I have a 1/1 Coiling Oracle. I'm going to tap. I'm going to float 3. I'm going to play Tormenting Voice. Tormenting Voice is going to discard this Wasteland, and I'm going to draw 2 cards. Sweet. Then I'm going to use the 2 here, the 2 here, and the 1 Coalition Relic if you tap it for me. And I'm going to play my own copy of Chandra Flamecaller, which will get rid of that copy of Chandra Flamecaller.
My Chandra is dead.
This new version of Chandra.
The hot new Chandra.
This new Chandra is in play. Chandra with the good hair. And here she is. And I'm going to use her 0 to discard Scrap Trawler, Wormcoil Engine, Gauntlet of Power, 2 Mountains, Sneak Attack, and a Trash for Treasure. I'm going to draw 8 cards. Okay, then I have to do this now, I think, because the only person who has mana available is Aury, and you're mostly tapped out.
Yeah, I have 1.
Okay, cool. Then we're gonna really
better play around Force.
All right, I'm going to play one of my favorite cards I've literally never cast, but it's been in this deck for a long time, Nahiri's Wrath. Nahiri's, as an additional cost to cast Nahiri's Wrath, I have to discard X cards. I'm going to discard Mountain, Forgotten Cave, so that's 2, Mountains, that's 4, then Siege Gang Commander and Hellkite Tyrant. So I've discarded 6 cards.
6.
Nahiri's Wrath deals damage equal to the total CMC of the discarded cards to up to 6 creatures and or planeswalkers. So that's 6, 5. So that's 11 damage to 6 targets.
Oh,
okay.
And Nahiri's Wrath is going to go here. So I'm going to shoot the Genesis Hydra, which will die, presumably. I'm going to shoot Nesting Dragon. I'm going to shoot Regal Behemoth. I'm going to shoot Tybalt, Vorapede, and Murkfiend Leech.
Okay. Vorapede undies.
Oh, right. It has Undying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a 6/5 now.
It's certainly there. And I'm entirely tapped out. I have 1 card in hand. I don't think there's literally anything else that I can do. This deck stresses me out. There's so many cool things to do with it, and I'm going to pass the turn. And if y'all can make it happen, let's see it.
So, what do you have for blockers? Just the
Combustible Gearhulk, Balefire Dragon, Oracle, Coiling Oracle, and Prime Speaker Zagana. It would be real bad if one of you had Vandal Blast. I can tell you that much.
Well, I have something similar to that, just not that can target everything. So if you can leave me alone, I can probably...
Oh, you're seeing how I can survive.
Yeah,
you should leave me alone.
Don't worry. He does not have the ability to focus on you at this point.
Okay.
Y'all are working together.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to bring out... Wait, no, I think I need Thantis here. So Thantis comes down, and then I'll pass and draw a card, as is my Behemoth given right. Go ahead, Aury. Let's see what you can do.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah, we are reaching the climax of this particular game.
To start, I'm going to tap 3 and a green to play Pir's Whim. So for each player, choose friend or foe. Each friend chooses or searches their library for a land card, puts it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffles their library. Each foe sacrifices an artifact or enchantment they control.
Okay.
So is it a basic land or any land?
It just says a land card, so
you can get any land. Okay. And then I have to sacrifice an artifact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I a friend here?
Yeah, you're a friend, Zach.
Okay.
Cool.
You're my good friend.
I'm going to choose to... I'm going to choose sacrifice Spine of Ishsaw, which, when it dies, returns to my hand.
Okay, cool.
Okay, actually, let's do this. Yeah, I think this is the best option here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go put you in the bog, Patrick.
Oh no, I'm getting Bajuka bogged? No!
You're getting Bajuka bogged. Take your graveyard.
Matt, I take it back. I know what it's like now. I'm sorry. All right, my graveyard has been exiled. My graveyard is almost the same size as my deck at this point. Shit. Well, had to happen sometimes. They say you're not allowed to tase someone until you've been tased.
I have been tased so many times over the years. I understand. Or by tased, I mean...
Man, I was going to get an It the Betrays and an Atali. I know, this is every graveyard player is like, yeah, whine more, please. Please, Lord. Would love to hear it.
It's an important coming of age moment.
To have them all die. That's fair. That's valid.
So I am playing a Land of War Reborn tapped.
Okay.
So
I love it.
It enters. Well, it's obviously tapped, but it has Graft 1, so it enters with a 1/1 counter, and then when a creature enters, I can move that 1/1 counter onto it. I'm gonna tap 2 green, 3, 4, 5 for Colonial Hydra.
Hey, this comes in with a whole bunch of counters. You gonna graft it?
That's right.
Yeah.
So it enters with 4.
Mhm.
And I'm going to graft it, so it's 5, and then I can't do anything else. So...
Well, you could put shoes on, at least.
And those boots are for free. You can put those boots anywhere.
Yeah, I will. I'm just making sure
They
that I
are
don't want
made for swinging.
So I have 2 mana available, but I can't do anything, so I'm going to...
Put the boots on.
Put the boots on, and then pass!
Okay.
And actually, wait. He has haste now.
I do have a bunch of blockers, though.
Yeah, I know you do. So I'm good.
Okay. All right. We're gonna untap everything and see if I can't do it all here. All right. So I've untapped everything. I've drawn a card. I played a mountain. I'm going to Soul Ring to have Mirage Mirror become my 3rd Caged Sun. So now...
That's not terrifying.
So my mountain's tapped for 4, and my red creatures get +3/+3. I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Gilded Lotus and a mountain to Spine of Ishsa to destroy Mazavith.
Mazavith
is down. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to play Sandstone Oracle. I'm kind of running off the field here. Sandstone Oracle is a 4/4 flyer. It's an artifact creature. When it enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. I choose Aury. If that player has more cards in hand than you, draw cards equal to the difference. So how many cards do you have, Aury?
12.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to draw these 12 cards. Can we go out with a bang? No, because you exiled my graveyard. We can't. Okay.
Wah.
You think you're so slick. Okay.
No, I think I'm about to die.
That's the hope. So I have 1 floating, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 10 mana. So I'm going to Comet Storm, which is an X spell, so it's X red.
Yes.
And I'm going to multi-kick it twice? Or however many times that I can deal 5 damage to Thantis. So 3 times.
So you deal 15 damage to Thantis?
No. I have multi-kicked it 3. I have to choose new targets.
Okay.
So I'm dealing 5 damage to Thantis, 5 damage to you, and 5 damage to Aury with this Comet Storm. This incredible Comet Storm.
Okay.
And then we're going to swing with everything. Chandra's going to make a bunch of 6/4 hasted elementals, and they're going to come back, and we're going to swing both of them. So, Zack, I'm going to swing. I do have Prime Speaker Zagana and Oracle are going to attack you, Aury, for 10. Your own creatures are going to attack.
Okay, I'm dead.
Anger is attacking for 6, 8. Do you have open mana? Oh, actually, I could have. I have the Coalition Relic. That's just awkward. I could have multi-kicked it one more time to kill the Vorapede. Do you feel comfortable with that? Or
right. Go ahead.
Vorapede's down. The Comet Storm.
The Vor is no more.
Came down.
It's not the 4th of July.
It's definitely not. So we're gonna swing in with everybody. So that's 12. 9 is 21. Another 9 is 30. 5 is 35, 37, and 43?
I do have an egg.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So, egg blocks, I assume Prime Speaker's the biggest?
Prime Speaker and the coiling thing went to Aury and killed her with her own things.
Okay. Okay, so what's the biggest thing I can
The biggest thing you can block is a 9/9 Combustible Gear Hulk.
The Gear Hulk will eat the egg. The egg turns into a dragon, and then Balefire kills it, I assume?
Yes. Balefire will hit you for 9 and deal 9 to all your creatures.
Okay.
Yeah.
That dies. And so what am I at?
Okay, so then there's 9, 13, 15, 20, 12, 32 is how much damage you take.
Okay, I'm at 3.
Yeah, you are at 3.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Oh, you're also the Monarch, so you draw a card.
All right, hit me with that Insurrection.
I don't have that in the deck. I do have some other things.
Hit me with that Mob Rule.
I get to become the Monarch again.
Well, I do have one blocker.
Well, no, I have Marchesa's Decree.
God.
It's my top card.
Yeah. All right. Marchese.
Yeah, I die on the attack back. I could have drawn, I think, Decree of Pain and Yokel Helps are my main outs here.
Yokel Helps would have been truly I mean, I guess I have 2 Planeswalkers in play, but yeah, that would have been pretty nutso. All right, well, GG's, friends. Congratulations to all of you for making it to the end of yet another Friendetta episode. This is number 8, meaning we've done this for a little over 2 months. I did miss a week in there, so I do appreciate all of you hanging out and joining us for the ride. I got to give a shout out to Matt. It is not easy to play that Gitrog deck, and despite my minor-ish saltiness about graveyard decks, the ability to just walk us through every single step and really like go off. I know there's kind of a stigma in EDH or commander tables about someone who tries to combo off and doesn't get there, but it's actually really crazy to watch the Gitrog deck try to do what it's going to do, because you don't know if you're going to die, they don't know if you're going to die, but they still have all these other ways to kind of use the Glacial Chasm like we saw to set up. And if I didn't have exactly the ability to get Chaos Warp, I think we probably would have lost that game. So anyways, shout outs to you, Matt. You're always fun to play with, even if I hate the combo. Yeah, thanks to everyone who supported us. We had a few new patrons today, or this week. Shout outs to Paul. Shout outs to Hours. Shout outs to everyone who's a part of that whole thing. And I bring up patrons because the show and all of my creations are powered by Patreon. So you'll see all the lists of them. Cameron probably already started them as we went by. Yeah, if you want to join the team, if you want to help me keep my lights going, if you want to help this show keep running, Friendetta uploads every single Monday, and we have some incredibly spicy ones that are on the way. So for those of you who did make it this far, let me know which of the decks that you've already seen on the channel do you want to see again? Which things would you like to come back for a future episode? We're trying to plan out some more themed things like that, some stuff that y'all might like, so really interested in that. Also, deck techs are coming. We're committing. We're going to be doing deck techs, so you'll probably see things like the Gitrog, the Maelstrom Wanderer, some fan favorites from around the channel, and we will get to work on those sometime very soon, and you can look into tips on how to do deck building as well as the fantastic political gameplay that you've come to know and love. So anyways, this outro is getting pretty long. Thank you again to everyone who supported us the whole way through. Almost all of our videos have 1,000 views, which is bananas to me to think about. So yeah, so share it with a friend, share it with your grandma, watch it with your whole play group, and then I guess, I don't know, show it to more people. I don't really know what to say. Anyways, I'm gonna end. I love you all. Thanks. Good game, well played, etc., etc., and we will see you in 7 days. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.